Alright. Hello, my lovely Aquarius. Today we're going to be looking at what secret love messages you may have, and they're already coming out, so let's go ahead and see what they have. Remember, if you like and subscribe, I do appreciate that. If you find anything that resonates in the video with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section below. If you want to be more anonymous, feel free to email me, and I would love to hear it. Okay. Alright, so looks like we're starting out with you deserve love, forgiving and learning, keep an open mind, children. We're going to go ahead and pull one more. And healing family issues. Okay, very interesting. Alright, so let me take a look. Okay, so I feel like Aquarius, you've been stuck in this cycle with somebody of maybe unrequited love. Maybe it's affected your self-worth. I feel like maybe now that you're in a period of like a transformation of learning how to even forgive. Like you're learning how to forgive them. It's not necessarily that you are forgiving it, but it's a beginning process. It's baby steps. I think maybe you're starting to let something go from the past. You're starting to keep an open mind. And it's good. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So you could be stuck in this unrequited love situation, where your self-worth is kind of shifted. I feel like maybe there's been a lot of animosity in this relationship. It's caused a lot of tension, built up. I feel like maybe you probably have your heart like set on this connection, Aquarius, and maybe that's like the hardest part for you is just learning to let it go. Keeping an open mind. It's maybe you have children together. Maybe you're pregnant. Maybe your partner has children. Maybe that's an issue, and so maybe your partner has children, or you and your partner together have children in this relationship, and maybe that's causing some animosity as well. You're like, should I stay? Should I, do I deserve to feel loved, or do I stay for my children? I also see family, healing family issues. So this could definitely be like a divorce situation. This is a partnership that's on the fritz of divorce. I feel like, you don't feel loved in this connection. There's been a lot of hurt here, a lot of water under the bridge. Maybe this is like for the first time in a long time that you really opened your eyes to maybe a different possibility. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and clarify then, because I think that came out perfectly. Clarify. Okay. Alright, so the Ace of Wands, Three of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah, so definitely. So, something has happened here, and I feel like, maybe, you're at a position in your life where you're tired of being neglected. You're tired of feeling not loved. And something happened, some seed has been planted where you're like, no, forget that. You know who I am? You know how sexy I am? How passionate I am? What is going on? And you're in that energy right now, and it's like you're no longer settling. You're no longer settling for being treated less than you deserve. And then there's the Three of Wands here. So, Two Wands, a lot of passion, here. You're definitely going on this journey. You've made this decision, is what, how I see it. Now you're just kind of figuring out how you're going to get, started on this, journey. Where do I go? How do what's my first step? King of Swords came out on top of the keep an open mind, and, I feel like that's definitely like the King of Swords came out over the keep an open mind, and I feel like that's definitely the truth. I feel like this is, a person that should be in your past, an ex. You're done with this person. This person's done with you. You may have children together. You may have a family. But I feel like your eyes are set elsewhere. Keep clarifying. Alright, Six of Wands, another one. Look, now this Six of Wands, this is a victory card over this on children. Okay. This is going to be just for a few select of you, not for everybody, but I feel like some of you have been trying to have children for a long time. With this person, with this King of Swords that you've been in this commitment with. And it just hasn't happened for you. And I truly feel like it might even come in sooner than expected, but it's not going to be with the person you intended it to be. It's very interesting. So we'll look into that a little more here in a second. Okay. Alright. Six of Swords. Three of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. These are very, troublesome energy cards. See, the Six of Swords, that's the energy of, moving on, walking away from a situation. The Three of, Swords, that's heartbreak. And the Nine of Swords, that's, straight anxiety. Like, it keeps you up at night. And I feel like all of this Swords energy right here, is conflicting and messy. It's because you already know what to do. Whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. You know that this connection's not working. You know you deserve better. You know you're worthy of love. So, what are we waiting on, Aquarius? What are we waiting on? Because this is all a facade. These swords is what I see. This is all in your head. Because this is the truth. Is these wands, this passion, this, new love for life coming in. I feel like some of you have been manifesting children, and that is coming. Okay. Let's go ahead and choose a new deck. Alright, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me with this read today. Remember, if you do resonate with this reading, please like and subscribe. Also, I love to hear you guys' feedback. It keeps me going. So I just love to help you guys, by doing these readings. That's kind of like my whole purpose in tarot is I just want to, be able to give somebody, my friends, guidance wherever they need it. And it does validate me to hear that it is resonating with you guys, that, I am doing good work. So if you guys have any stories that resonate, I'd love to hear in the comment section. Again, if you want to be more anonymous, go ahead and send me an email. Oh, okay. Alright, so Temperance and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I feel like you've been thinking about this for a while, Aquarius. You've known this is going to happen. I feel like you've come from a place where you felt so lack of love that you had to learn to love yourself, like, water yourself, feed yourself, almost like take care of yourself. Even though you were in this relationship, you had to. It was almost like a survival mechanism. But what that did is it really showed you your power. And what that did is it released, I'm feeling for some Aquarius is that you guys are definitely, empaths. You have empath traits. Maybe this could be like this could definitely be like a situation with a narcissist. You could be in a relationship with a narcissist. But what I see is you're no longer willing to feed the ego of this narcissist. The Queen of Cups in reverse. It's like, you've always been the nurturing one. You've always been caring. You've always, put up with your partner, for better or for worse, regardless of how they treated you, regardless of how low they made you feel. But what's super interesting, the Queen of Cups is in reverse. It's like you're letting that go. You are still the Queen of Cups. You are that nurturing, motherly, caring, empathetic being, but you're no longer going to be it for the King of Swords, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't, because let's see what you got going on down here. What does Aquarius have waiting once they let this King of Swords go? Which is Gemini energy, by the way. Page of Swords. Getting a little jumbled. Okay, the Lovers. Okay, so real quick, with the King of Swords, Page of Swords is over the King of Swords. And what I see this, I feel like you've already let this connection go. You know, maybe you're still, you know, cleaning up the groundwork, whatever, but I feel like this person is definitely going to come crawling back to you. You know, maybe that's even like a cord that still needs to be cut. Like, you know, maybe you're still in contact with this person. Maybe there's still the slightest idea, you know, of reconciliation in this commitment, in this partnership. I feel like you have like 10% hope in reconciliation, but that's it. I really don't see you entertaining this King of Swords anymore. Now, what I think is very interesting is down here over the Lovers, where we have victory on top of the Children. Lovers. I'm telling you, if you've been manifesting a child, you're going to receive it. It's just going to not be, you know, who you originally thought. I mean, it's that initial connection. Of course, that's not going to be for everybody. This could definitely just, you know, be like a childlike relationship that you're coming into. That's going to take you out of this, you know, heavy energy, Aquarius. Alright, 2, 3, 1. You know, I didn't see if those were reversed or not, so I'm going to redraw. Alright. Keep it rolling, Spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, for being here today. Magician. Okay, so the Six of Swords. Okay, so whatever you've been manifesting, Aquarius, it's coming in quick. And you better, you know, be damn sure that, you know, you're ready for it. You need to get rid of this energy, because it's exactly what you asked for. But I feel like you're not seeing that, because you're holding on to loose ends, like things that you so desperately wanted. Yeah, things that you so desperately wanted. You thought you so desperately wanted to manifest. You know, maybe you thought that you wanted to have a child with this person. You know, maybe you thought you wanted, you know, to be with this person forever. But maybe the universe had better plans. Maybe the universe had a better person for you. Maybe through your manifestations, the partner you were with was not that person, so the universe had no choice but to get rid of them, so the Lover could come in. Your true twin flame, your true soulmate. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Alright. Go ahead and pull one more. And the Six of Cups. Alright, so this Lovers card. This even could be like a past life connection. Whoever this is in these Lovers. This new person coming in. You may already know them. You may have, you know, like a flirting type relationship with them already. But I feel like you guys have been thinking about each other with this Magician card. Like, there's definitely been some manifestation. Even if it's not necessarily you guys manifesting each other, you're manifesting the qualities that you both share in each other, if that makes sense. That's why you're being drawn away from this King of Swords. It's because the universe is listening to your prayers, listening to your manifestations, and this person was just not going to do for what the universe had in plan for your wishes. This person, though. it's going to be very fast. You guys could decide to like get married super quick, have children right off the bat. It's like, wow. With this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, this isn't, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you weren't ready in this first connection. Like your soul wasn't ready. You still had lessons to learn and evolve in love and life, and that this person, this first person in the connection, this King of Swords, Gemini energy, they were your like almost a karmic partner. They were supposed to teach you these lessons in love, so you can learn to love eventually. I feel like you have matured now. You're no longer that, and you're ready for a stable love. You're ready for a stable commitment. You're ready for children. Maybe you weren't able to, have that proposal or that child or, that business takeoff or, whatever the case may be during this relationship because you weren't stable. Maybe you thought you were, but were you? But I feel like what you've learned in this connection, what you've gone through, it has been like the catalyst to mature you for this connection you've been wanting. You weren't ready for the connection that you've been wanting. That's why it's taken so long for it to be here. You had lessons to learn. Your person had lessons to learn. Okay. Let me go ahead. I'm going to grab another deck. We're just going to do a couple more. Alright, so what advice does Aquarius need in this love connection? I think it's already clear that you're going to leave behind this past situation. For a lot of reasons. Remember, you're not feeling that love. You're not feeling appreciated. You're not. I feel like instead of loving, you're learning to hate more. I feel like you're learning to hate more than love, like resentments in this first relationship, and that's the test. That's the key. Is to learn and evolve from these hardships and these betrayals and toxic love. Now I'm getting a picture of the Hierophant card in my head, and the Hierophant is to teach us what our definition of love is, and is it correct? What is true love? Alright, so what advice and guidance do we have for Aquarius? Spirit, you've been so good tonight. Okay, Ten of Swords. Queen of Swords. Uh-oh. I dropped them. Three of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. Very interesting. Alright, so the Ten of Swords. So 10 is the completion of a cycle. Swords represents your thoughts, how and why we think the way that we do, how we articulate our thoughts. So this is, you've come to a completion of some sort of torturous thought cycle. Something that's been like really eating at your brain. This Queen of Swords. Here's the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords is over here. The Queen and the King of Swords are the only king and queen that do not belong together. They've already been together. They're divorced. So it's very interesting that the Queen of Swords is coming out in this reading as well as the King of Swords, because that's definitely just confirmation for me that this is a separation energy. And there's two people that don't belong together anymore. They just don't. Three of Swords. This is heartbreaking. And I don't even necessarily feel like you're heartbroken over the breakup. I feel like you're more heartbroken over, like, fear of the unknown, fear of the future. You know, with this Eight of Swords, with this card I get, like, the energy of being afraid of being buried alive. But that's not a very rational fear. You know, to have any type of fear at all in the world, you know, paralyze you and you choose that one. It's like it's not even a rational, realistic fear. Choose a new fear to waste your time. You know, if you're going to, it's not real. It's not a real fear. It's made up in your head. But it's causing like a psychosis, a paralysis of your being, of your soul. You know, look how dark these cards came out. All the cards behind were very light, and these were just all very melancholy and just kind of darker energy, darker color. And you know what? That's okay. These are supposed to be like, you know, your advice, your guidance, and I feel like what it should be is feel your pain, be sad, be depressed, cry about it, spend 3 days in bed if you have to, if that's what it takes for you to get over, you know, this thought cycle, to get over this entire cycle, but especially the one in your head, the battle that you got going on in your head. Be sad, think about it, have compassion on yourself for all the pain and heartbreak and sorrow that you've been through. You've been through a lot, Aquarius. You have. And you're tired. You know, sometimes it's lonely to be the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords she knows her truth. She sticks to her truth, and anybody that disagrees does not get to be around her. Problem is, sometimes Queen of Swords, yes, of course, is very lonely for that, you know, fact. She's not Queen of Cups. She's not full of emotion. She's full of logic. And the logic here, not emotion, not cups, logic. Logically, you know this connection's over. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's going to make you sad. It's okay. But don't let irrational fears of, you know, I'm doing the wrong thing. Oh, maybe I won't find better. Fuck yeah, you're going to find better, because you do deserve to be loved. And how dare you be in a partnership that tells you you don't, or makes you feel like you're not loved. Alright, Aquarius, that's all I had for you today. Thank you for visiting me. I really appreciated hanging out with you today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.